Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Okay, what I want to do is I want to talk about what if. And on this one, it's going to be what if you were in the desert. You're driving along in the desert and you have car problems. Now, it doesn't matter if you're in California and you're trying to escape, and you're all this stuff, all this kind of stuff. It doesn't matter, but you are in the desert. You're driving along, and you have problems. Okay, now, right now, you can see we're on the road, and there's traffic. There's traffic going on. I've been in roads in the jungle. In the desert, where there was no traffic, and I've had problems. And I don't remember if I made a video about it. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but I say I had a van at one time. I did live in a van, and I had a van, and I was pulling a U-Haul trailer, and I had my family, and it was my wife, and at that time I had 3 kids, and her sister. So there was 2 women and 3 kids, and me in my van pulling a U-Haul trailer from California, going back to Kansas. And we were driving, and I was young, not real smart, and our gas, you could see the gas meter going down, down, down. And we were out in the desert. We didn't know where we were. It was bad. And it started getting dark. And I'm driving in the dark. And so I stopped before I completely ran out of gas. But I had a little bit of gas left, but I didn't know where I was going to go. But anyway, so I've been in that situation. So this is what I want to kind of talk about. And now since then, I really haven't been I've been in the desert in Mexico, driving up the deck, and I made videos showing going through. It was like this, and but anyway, this is what I want to talk about. You got car problems, so you're stopped. Okay, now the first thing is you shouldn't be traveling at night. You shouldn't. I don't care what the situation is. If we're talking about the jungle, the desert, the city, all this kind of stuff. And the reason is, anytime you have problems in the dark, it's worse in the dark than what it is in the daylight. So, you could sprain your ankle, and it'd be anywhere. And it's more of a problem if you do it at night when you're walking along and then you sprain your ankle. Now you got a problem. You got a bad problem. It's at night. In the daytime, you can deal with it somewhat. For me, with the Hoi Chi, I can fix it right there, and then you're okay. But anyway, so you don't travel at night. So what you're doing when your car's, let's say you stop, your car's broke, you're out in the middle of nowhere, and you take inventory on what it is that you have in your car. And you should have at least, you see the backpack? You should always have your backpack with you. So I'm going to talk about things, and these are the things you should have already in your backpack, if not in your vehicle already. So your car. Now, if you're out in the middle of nowhere and it's really bad stuff, you can, like I say, you take inventory. What do you already have? I hope you have water. I've even got, right now, I got 4 or 5, I got 5 gallons of water. Normally I'm running with 15 gallons of water. So you should have water no matter where you're at, whatever you're doing. So you take inventory. What do you have? and you may have to abandon your vehicle. I suggest not to. You really want to stay with your vehicle, but there are times when you may have to leave your vehicle. When you're in the desert, at least there's a visual on your vehicle if somebody's looking for you. So they have at least some way they can see where you're going to be at. If that's not going to be an option, then you need to, like I say, get everything out of the vehicle. Make sure you have your blanket and all the stuff that you're going to need if you're going to be hoofing it. But like I say, it's better that you don't. But if this is one of those times you're going to have to, then you do. You go on and take the seat covers off. Not so much here, more like a bench seats. Take your seat covers off. Take the cushioning off of the seats. Get all this stuff out. That kind of stuff could be used, or if you have a poncho, you got a poncho, yeah, that'll work too. But you could wrap yourself with that. You got a blanket, and you wrap it with that. That'll help give you some warmth, because you're going to need it through the night. And so you get all that stuff, and if you're going to leave your vehicle, it may or may not. I haven't quite figured this much out yet. It wouldn't have done me any good. Well, yeah, I doubt if it done me any good in Mexico, but here it may. I would set my vehicle on fire. If I have gasoline, I'd take as much gasoline as I could with gallon jugs or water bottles, whatever you have. Take some gasoline with you. This will give you something to start fires with, signal fires, but you have to start them up real quick and stuff like that. And but anyway, and then like I say, use that to set your car on fire. And the smoke of your fire might draw attention also. But now, when it comes nighttime, you really need a stick too when you're walking along there. So you need a walking stick of some type, and that's for the critters that you're going to be finding and stuff like that. And you use your compass to tell you where you're going, and you point out where it is that you're going to go, and that's what you're walking towards. You're walking towards that mountain, wherever that mountain is. And then when you get to that one, then you shoot using your compass on the other one. See, all that should be in your bag. And then come nighttime, before it gets dark, you find your place where you're going to settle in for the night. A good place where you can settle in, and don't forget your fire. You're going to need a fire. That'll give you time to gather up stuff to burn and all this kind of stuff. And at night, also, keep your eyes open for lights. If you see even a light, just a light, one light, that might be a house out there in the middle of nowhere, but they got electric. If they got a light, they got electric, so that'll be a good place. And no matter what, if there's a light there, there's going to be, it's a good place to go, I'll put it that way. And then now if there's no direct light, you look for the sky that's lit up. That'll tell you that there's a town, or maybe even a house, especially if there's clouds. If there's clouds, then you'll see where it is. That's not a good reason. If it's cloudy, a lot of times you won't know the directions. So, but anyway, you got to make sure you have all the stuff you need make sure you have all the stuff that you're going to be needing when you leave your vehicle. But the best thing is stay with your vehicle. Now we're talking we're talking desert now. So your needs are going to be a little different when it comes to the desert, and your skills are going to be a little bit different too. But these are all things you have to have. You have to have your mind set for. You got to be ready to do the stuff that you got to do. So, but anyway, y'all I've talked about you should have a weapon. If you're talking about firearms, I made a video talking about a survival weapon, and the reason I said that, it was a revolver, 22 revolver, and the reason was a box of rounds and that little 22 revolver is maybe a couple pounds, so that's something something you can carry, because you will need something. Of course, you're going to be needing knives and all that kind of good stuff too, but you need to be prepared. Make sure you have everything that you need before you leave your vehicle. And if you're stuck in your vehicle and you're just completely waiting for others, you got a problem. Okay, now I'm coming to a checkpoint, and so I'm going to have to shut her down. And it's north of Yuma, going to Quartzsite. I think they're looking for illegals. They're probably not even going to be open, but sometimes they're open, so we'll just wait and see. Anyway, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com.